Welcome to Whole and Healthy Cooking with Chef Val. Hi, I'm Chef Valerie Wilson. I've been teaching healthy, whole foods cooking classes since 1997. I'm the author of 5 cookbooks. I teach cooking classes on a regular basis, and I also offer one-on-one lifestyle counseling. You can find out about all that I have to offer on my website, macroval.com. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a vegetable stew featuring the sea vegetable kombu. So let's get cooking. First thing that I want to show you is kombu. You buy it from the grocery store and it comes dried. These are just 2 little pieces. This is what it looks like. Now this is an actual plant that grows in the ocean. It's got long leaves that kind of grow like this, and they harvest it out of the ocean and they dry it, and it comes like this. You will find it in a bag, health food stores or some oriental stores. Sea vegetables are dried and non-perishable, which means they last forever. So once you open the bag and you take out some dried kombu, however much you're going to use, put the rest of it in a Ziploc bag. There's no need to refrigerate it. Just store it in your cupboard or on a shelf. They are dried and non-perishable, last forever. Now to cook with the kombu, the first thing we have to do is soak the kombu so it becomes soft so that we can cut it. I have taken 1.5 cups of water, and that's in the pot that I'm going to be creating the stew. Now I had the kombu in there for, approximately about 5 to 7 minutes, and now it's soft and pliable. You see how it's soft? I took it out. Now, the kombu has this really cool stuff. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but I can see it. It's like this slimy substance that's on the kombu. Now that's very important, okay? It's called fucoidins. And that substance stimulates the production of immune cells to help you fight off diseases. So that's in kombu, all right? So now we're going to chop the kombu. Let me swing around here and get you over to my cutting board so that I can show you how to cut it. So you're going to put the kombu on the cutting board, and it is soft now. So you're just going to cut it in strips. Like so. Now some people put strips of kombu in their veggie stew, and that's completely fine. Some people like to chop it up into smaller pieces so that it kind of disappears in the stew. So people are eating it and they don't even know it's there. It's a personal preference which way you would like the kombu. I have cut it in strips, and now I'm going to cut it again. So the flavor of kombu, it's a sea vegetable, which means it has a slightly salty flavor because, again, it's a plant that grows in the ocean. But all sea vegetables have a bitter taste to them. But the bitter taste is so mellow, it's a slight bitter taste, it's not strong. You won't even taste it in your dish. Your taste buds, which are very sensitive, will pick up on that very slight bitter flavor that's in there, so it'll help satisfy that flavor. However, you're not really going to taste the bitterness. You will taste a little bit of the saltiness as it's in the water cooking with the vegetables, and that's kind of really helps to flavor the water that's in your stew for your stew. So put the kombu in the water at the bottom. So the kombu is actually going to cook the longest. Kombu gets very soft when it cooks in water like that. So eventually the kombu is going to be so soft, it's just going to kind of fall apart, which again, you're going to eat it. You're going to get all the health benefits. And let me tell you, the health benefits are astronomical. The most nutrient-dense food on the planet is sea vegetables. Really high in iron, calcium, protein, contain minerals, trace minerals, exceptionally high in vitamin C, contain vitamin E, which is a natural antioxidant. Sea vegetables have the ability to cleanse toxins out of your system. Okay, sea vegetables actually grow in the ocean. They have the same fluidity, the same chemical structure that is similar to the blood, or no, excuse me, the water that flows through our body. Like the salty water that's in the ocean is like the salty liquids and fluids that flow in our body. It's the ideal food for us to eat. Kombu in particular is high in keratin. Keratin is your main hair protein. If you want beautiful, lovely hair, kombu is your sea vegetable. Okay, enough about kombu, even though it's nutrient dense and wonderful. Let's create the rest of the stew. So we have 2 cups of carrots, and I'm going to put those in there like so. And then we have 1 parsnip that I chopped. Now you can watch the video all about parsnips, and you can learn the health nutrition of parsnips and how to chop them. Those go here like this. We're putting the vegetables in their own separate compartments. And then I have 1 golden beet. And again, you can watch the video all about golden beets that will show you how to chop this and the nutritional value of the beet. So we have the stew set up where we have carrots here, beets here, parsnips here. They have their own little compartment. This like seals in and locks in the individual flavor of each individual vegetable as this cooks. So your stew is going to be more flavorful at the end. You're actually going to taste the carrots stronger. You're going to taste the beets stronger. This is a gourmet cooking technique where you have the vegetables in their own separate compartments. You turn this on high, bring it to a boil, and then after it gets to a boil, turn it to a low, put the lid on it. When it's at a low, it's simmering. You're going to put the lid on. Now it's going to simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, let's add 2 cups of frozen organic broccoli, or you could have 2 cups of fresh chopped broccoli. But broccoli is not going to cook as long as these other root vegetables, which is why after 15 minutes, we're going to add the broccoli, and then we're going to give this 10 more minutes. So that's a total of 25 minutes for our vegetables to cook in our stew. And then we season the stew. So I want you to know that this is part 1 of the vegetable stew, and you're going to have to tune into part 2 to find out how we season this and how we finish the dish. So this is the vegetable stew featuring kombu, and this is part 1, so make sure you watch part 2, and I will be back in just 25 minutes after the vegetables are soft, and then I'll season the stew. See you then.